Early retirement is a dream for everyone. Key question is how much is enough for retirement? Unfortunately, the 4% retirement rule may not work perfectly in future unless we suitably bake in inflation. In this video, I will show you how much you would need to retire, whether you are in your 40s, 50s or 60s. Stay until end of this video. I will also show a couple of more things. One, what is the percentage probability that your retirement savings would last for your lifetime? Second, a simulated analysis using Vanguard calculator that shows what would be value of your portfolio at the end of your retirement period. Hi there, this is Palani. Welcome to another interesting episode. Please note that I am not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. In this episode today, we are going to see some interesting numbers around retirement savings, retirement trend in US. 2, how much is enough to retire? 3, what is the percentage probability that your retirement savings would last for your lifetime? Without further ado, let us jump right in. Do me a favor, click like button and subscribe to this channel so that this material reaches more people like you. Do you know the retirement trend in US has been evolving in the recent years? Traditionally, retirement in US is associated with 65 years, the year in which someone becomes eligible for Social Security benefits. However, in the recent years, the trend has been changing. We see two different trends. One, early retirement. Two, phased retirement. What is early retirement? Early retirement by 50 years or before is driven by changing nature of work. The gig economy or freelancers are taking retirement much ahead of 50 years or in 40 years to have enough flexibility and travel across the world while they continue to work in freelance mode. That's the early retirement, one of the key trends. The second trend is the phased retirement, where people tend to work beyond even 60 years because of financial needs, but rather taking a limited hours after 60 years. That's a phased retirement. 4% rule is commonly used to decide how much retirees can pull out from the retirements. Most of these calculations doesn't take into account inflation, which is predominant in the recent years. Before we arrive at the number, first of all, the retirement savings or what is needed during retirement is driven by two factors. One, individual's lifestyle. Two, the location where they live. For today's scenario, let us assume an individual A who needs $60,000 per year during retirement to sustain his lifestyle. Now, let's bake in 3 to 4% inflation into this $60,000. The number comes to 62,400. Considering 4% rule, the individual has to save 25 times of this 62,400 and invest that in a stock bond portfolio so that he is able to pull 4% every year during the retirement. So 25 times of that 62,400 comes to about 1.56 million. That's how you arrive at the number. This 25 times of your annual expense works well if you're retiring after 50 years. If you retire anytime before 50, you have to suitably bump it up, say, 30 to 40 times, depending on whether you're retiring in 40s or 45s. Now, let us jump into third part of this video, which is what is the percentage probability that my retirement saving would last for my lifetime? There is an interesting Vanguard retirement calculator. If we key in 3 different parameters, it gives a clear number, meaning the percentage probabilities that your retirement savings would last. As you see in the calculator, we need to input 3 different parameters. One, how many years you expect to be in retirement. Say, let us assume you retire in 50 and live up to 80. You are looking at 30 years. Second, retirement savings balance. how much you have retirement saving balance and how much do you spend annually. So in our case, 1.5 million retirement savings and around 63,000 annual expenses. So putting those numbers, the probability comes to 90%. The first chart shows what would be your projected retirement savings at the end of 30 years. The second chart shows what would be the terminal value of your retirement portfolio. As you can see in the chart, 50% of the simulated results fall within the dark blue area, which is your retirement saving would be anywhere between 2 to 4 million. And the second, 75% of the simulated results fall within medium blue area, which is anywhere between few 100,000 to as high as 13 to 14 million, depending on how the market conditions are. And 90% of simulated results fall within light blue area. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next episode.